Hi, my name is Kanyisile. I am job number 1 of the more than 3,000 permanent jobs that we plan to create through the 27-4 Black Business Growth Funding Project. Today, we're in Kramerville, Sandton, where we are hosting our current and potential investors, where we will reflect on the impact made through our investments. Please, come with me.
What the Jobs Fund was established for was to drive innovation, to find out what works, what different type of methodologies can be used to implement a particular program. And in doing so, inform policy. The Jobs Fund right up front said, the only way we can do this is if we partner with people who are experts in the particular field. This is a partnership, firstly, between 27-4 and the Jobs Fund. But vitally important, it is also a collaboration and partnership with private sector capital. When you implement a project, you have activities, outputs, and then you have an outcome. Too often the focus is on the outcome, on the job, forgetting there's an entire process that actually leads you to the job. So if you do the building blocks correctly, the jobs will come.
There has always been this issue about the existence of what we call the innovation puzzle. And that meant that we were investing so much in research and development, but whatever we were investing in the end, we were actually seeing very little. If we are to be successful in this kind of work, we've got to acknowledge that there are capacities that exist elsewhere. And this is really why the whole concept of the public-private partnership is quite important. Our biggest issue has been how do we make sure that we actually begin to incentivize and encourage even the venture capital culture in our country in a manner that things that needs to be de-risked, you can actually then say, how can you use our resources to de-risk that? Today, as I'm standing in front of you, we have invested close to R1 billion through various fund managers. And I'm also pleased that 27-4 is one of them.
As the head of the team, what did you think of our investor day, and what do you think we should do next year? What do you look forward to seeing more?
Yeah, one of the major objectives from the investor day that we held this morning was to try to make it this whole thing of private markets investing more tangible. So we wanted for our existing investors and potential investors out there and our other partners, we wanted to make it really sort of accessible and tangible. So bringing the portfolio companies into the room, showing their wares, demonstrating what it is that they do in quite a tangible way, I think it really got it across to some people, and we saw a lot of excitement in the room. We saw people sort of getting it. The cogs were turning. Yeah. And it seemed like people were really getting excited about this thing of private markets investment, and that was really the plan. And I think going forward, we need to really build on that. I think if we can get build the attendance from the institutional space. All of those people who are really allocating almost all of their capital into public market investments. If we can get them to just come and have a look and see what does this really mean, what's it about, it can start to change that mind and start to bring more capital into the space.
This was a great start, and you had a number of institutional investors there. And if I reflect on when we started our journey with SAFCA, and we had that first investor lunch, we had a handful of institutional investors there. And I think the latest or the last SAFCA conference this year, I think it was probably 50% managers and 50% institutional investors at the conference. And that's what I hope to see as well going down the line, is that you actually, with what we do with this event, and if we continue to roll this out and continue to highlight the investments that these managers are making and the impact that these investments have on the ground, is that we have a number of institutional investors attending. They see the impact, and they see why they're so important to this ecosystem, and why their capital is so important, and what it actually means to actually invest, not just for commercial returns, not just for social impact, but also to benefit their members down the line when they retire.
Thank you so much to the investors that attended our Investor Day this morning. Thank you so much to our managers who actually came to exhibit, as well as their portfolio companies who participated with enthusiasm. So we hope to do this again next year, and we hope to create more impact through the investments that we make.